I hope everyone who joined me a minute ago is going to catch up with this one. I'm sort of trying to laugh and be cheerful about it, but I'm kind of annoyed at how much Windows sucks. I spent like a whole week trying to set up this stream so it would work for my computer, because that way I can kind of read the comments a lot better, and be more in touch with what people are saying and the questions they're asking, because it is all about answering questions. There's kind of no point being a psychic if you're not doing some work with people, either answering questions directly or just helping people, I don't know, feel better about life, really. Because there is a lot to feel good about in life. There's no two ways about that. But there's so much that you'd think there was so much to feel bad about. Actually, it's not really worth feeling bad about it, because good comes of everything in the end. And, good things do happen, and they do keep happening. You just kind of got to tune into that idea, really. But it's all about upliftment, and when people have problems, have questions, are upset about things, then life just gets that much harder, and there's no real need for it to feel that bad. I mean, sure, life's hard. That's one of those things, but there's no need to completely feel you've got to give up on things, And I haven't given up on things, and I'm really glad, because there were two people on a second ago. There's still one here. I wonder who that person is. Well, anyway, that's great. As long as we've got someone, we've got something to work with. It's now dropped out altogether, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to sit here and keep on talking in the hope that something is going to happen. I've got my trusty aventurine pendulum with me, which matches my clothes to the point that you can barely see it. And I've got various decks as well. I've got this one. I've got the Ask an Angel deck that is in the thumbnail. And someone's here. Hello, Sunny Dell. Nice to see you again. Sunny Delight, I guess. It's a delight to see you anyway. And Adrienne is here. Hi to you. I hope you are good. This is great. It sometimes takes a couple of minutes for it to filter through. But Crystal Wood, I hope you're about there somewhere. And I hope everyone who was here about 5 minutes ago on my last stream is actually going to be able to get on. We're actually going to be able to do stuff. Yes, Crystal, here you are. Great. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. And I'm using my iPhone. I'm using my iPhone because, as it says in the title, Windows sucks so much. I've put so much into Windows and got nothing back. But hey, that's Bill Gates for you, is it not? Adrienne, I'm going to start with you because you did ask. Okay, and since we're sort of quiet, since we're at the beginning of things, I'm going to do 3 cards for you. Okay, I'm going to do 2 from Work Your Light. And hello, Erin Sun. Hey, yes, I'm surprised to be on, but it's great to see you. It really is. I'm very well, thanks. Life is good. Life is going quite well. Got me a new old car. It's a bit of a banger, and it's sucked up all my money already. But, I can travel around again a little bit, which is great. Okay, so starting off with Adrienne. 2 cards from Work Your Light, and then we'll do a Moonology card, because that really seems to do stuff. Hello, Sheila. Okay, I will be with you next. Really nice to see you on here, actually. And so thanks for looking in. But Adrienne, okay, 2 cards have come out for you. First one, this one, The Crumbling, for Adrienne, AQ. And this is a lot like the Tower of Destruction, this one. It was, wasn't it, Sam? Yeah, I enjoyed that one. But yeah, Adrienne, the Tower of Destruction, that's what this one looks like. It's an oracle card, not a tarot card, but this is really what it's all about. And it says, what are you clinging on to? And if you think of the traditional Tower of Destruction image, the people aren't clinging on. They're kind of, they're letting go. Well, but things can change for the better when you let go. It's a real true thing, And hello, Inquisitive Tarot. There's 2 Sheilas on there, spelt differently, but nice to see the 2 Sheilas. But yeah, Adrienne, fear not, okay? Because when you let go and you let these 2 kind of halves of the tower separate, look at all this beautiful green flowers, all bright colours, purple healing all over the place, particularly in the sky. And so what is changing at the moment for you, what you need to let go of. It's all, you know, there to make the best of things and actually to help you make the best of things. Okay, but you're going to have to look after yourself with this one, right? Because we've also got this second card, Star Mother. Right, looks very much like the Virgin Mary, actually, but she is such a magical character, is she not? And the Star Mother sums her up very well. Hello, Philip. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining, mate. Brilliant. And Star Mother, Adrienne, is asking you, how can you mother yourself? Yeah. So just, you know, take a bit more care of yourself, I suppose, Adrienne. I feel that there's a lot going on in your mind, and it feels like you've got a lot that you want to achieve. And it feels like it's happening. It feels like it's going places, you know, but you just can't really let go, and you can't really kind of stop and be yourself. So, and this really is why I'm saying it's nothing to worry about when you said, oh, because this doesn't mean anything stopping. This means just kind of, you know, just let go and let stuff happen. Because, and maybe health too, very tired. Well, you know, look after your health, Adrienne. Okay, because when you let go of this, right, you can ask the angels to step in and help you see it through to your conclusion, to its conclusion, which is all about you and making things better for you. Okay. And the next card I got for you, Adrienne, meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. Okay, so we've got that new moon. It's in Pisces, so it's very loving. It's very helpful energy that's around you, but it is a new moon. So your new beginning is going to happen, but it says also meditate and contemplate. So there we are. Take time, Adrienne, for yourself. Okay, and if you then spend that time in meditation, that's, you know, that's not just passively not doing anything, that's manifesting a better and better outcome for you all the time. Okay, you're very welcome, Adrienne. You're absolutely very welcome. I'm going to keep moving on now, and I'm going to pull a card out for Sheila, but just before I do, let me say, Erin's son, February 1st, the anniversary of your dad's passing. Okay, Erin's son, I will come to you in a second, okay? I'm going to Sheila first because she just, you know, she's here. Celtic Tarot Sheila, that is. I'll try and do a card for everyone as we go along. I am back, Melanie, from the dark side, yeah. Well, Windows is the dark side, isn't it? Let's face it. I mean, you see what Bill Gates has been up to throughout this whole craziness that's going on at the moment. I'd probably better not mention Bill Gates too much, or I'll get banned from YouTube or something. So I'm looking for a card for Celtic Tarot Sheila. And what I've got for you, Sheila, share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution and expression. Sheila, could we be talking about YouTube policies here, I wonder, saying even more things to get myself banned, which my affirmation is that will not happen. Sheila, you're sort of at the feet, you're like at the foot of a mountain at the moment, okay? But you're higher up than that, Sheila. You're sort of into base camp territory, you know? And it takes people sometimes years and years of preparation and traveling to actually get to base camp before they're going to actually climb that mountain. For entertainment purposes only, I guess so, Inquisitive Sheila. But Celtic Sheila, yeah, come out of the cave. Persecution, exemption, expression. Why did I say exemption? That's an interesting thing. You know, you can exempt yourself to a large extent, actually, from the pressures that are coming around you at the moment. This character is you, Sheila, and she's inside this cave, but she's right here looking out. And this ties into what I was saying about the base camp thing. You know, you're very well positioned. I definitely got to move from base camp because I'll take over. Ha ha! Yes, good. Laugh about it and do it, Sheila. Do it. Keep on going. You've been networking a lot, actually, and I've been really interested. I watched some of your video with, is it Linda, the Comanche psychic, the other night? brilliant. I've seen you with Danny Shea. I've seen you with Nines. You know, absolutely great. But what really matters is Celtic Tarot Sheila. Keep letting yourself shine out there, you know. And it's saying share your voice. And I know you share your voice all the time, because every time you post a video, it pops up on my YouTube feed. And that is great news. But I guess then what we've got to say is keep sharing your voice. But you know, really it is base camp, and you are going to be going to the top, Sheila. You really are. You've put on quite a few subscribers since the first time we sat here and had a chat. Yes, great. Positive affirmation. Keep thinking that way. And just keep reaching for it, Sheila. You know much better than I do, actually, what YouTube is like. You work and work and work, getting apparently nowhere, and then it snowballs a bit, and then, you know, you're in luck, and the love kind of builds up, and it pushes you forward a bit. Life is so like that. YouTube is very, very like that. But all your work is absolutely not in vain, Sheila. Just keep on going. I'm being told a lot of people like you. Now, there's obviously, you know, for obvious reasons, but if you think of some of the best psychics and mediums that there are, they're not all friendly people that everybody likes. I mean, I admire Sylvia Brown, for example. I mean, I'm sure she's the real deal, but a lot of people just don't like her, and she's not kind of friendly like you are, you know. And being friendly like that is really good. It bigs up the love in whatever you're trying to do. And particularly when you're reaching out to people, that's a wonderful thing. Yeah, I like her too. I really do. But, you know, I guess it's tough love a lot of the time with Sylvia Brown, you know, but not everyone takes the toughness as love. A lot of people, you know, a lot of us who are looking to the tarot or to oracle or readers for inspiration are going through a time of worry, anxiety of some sort. It can be really serious worries. It can be bereavement. It can be deep upset. And, you know, it isn't always. But, you know, everything we do with our readings is a happy thing, and that shines out of you, Sheila. It really does. So just, you know, keep on keeping on, and come on out of that cave, okay? Because the universe is beckoning you to keep on coming. If you're doing anything at all to hold yourself back, don't, okay? A note off to your family. That's a tricky one, Sheila. I have a sister who I haven't heard from for about 12 years now. The time I actually started being a medium, I made the mistake of telling her, and she's terrified that I've got ghosts with me all the time. And she just doesn't I speak to her husband, you know, and we communicate, but it's one of those things, you know. You choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. I know they love you in some kind of crazy way, you know, put it that way. I know they love you. But just, you know, keep on, Sheila, okay? And whatever you do, don't dim your light to fit in with them, okay? Eventually, they'll come round to your way of thinking, you know? And if that's not yet for a reason. So I'll give you that with their love. Yeah. So... yeah, I think her channel is wonderful too, Erin. I really do. I really do. Your bathroom scales behave like YouTube subscriber count. Yeah, up, down, up, down. It's nuts, isn't it? My subs shoot up sometimes. And guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. It's down there somewhere. Makes a big difference, actually. And it just shows the algorithm. I don't want to watch people repairing cars. I want to watch Twig Brother. Okay, and that kind of gets things out there and gets things happening. Hi, Nancy Angel Wolf. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining all of us. Thanks, everyone. There's a nice vibe on here when we get going. Hi, Angelita. Yeah, she is lovely inside and out. D-Gal, first time here. Wondering how the Aquarius man feels about me. Okay. Let me see what I can do there. I think we need a tarot card for that one, actually. And Erin's son, I'm still kind of, you know, my guide is working on things, and I'll be with you in a second, okay? But particularly in matters of mediumship, I need to give it some time to sink in, okay? Hi, 50 Shades, nice to see you. Now, where was I? Where was I? This is why I wanted to go live from my laptop, because then I'd be able to just see all the comments in one go. Hi, Kasana. Digar, wondering about how the Aquarius man feels about me. Okay. Using the Syrian Starseed Tarot here, because I think that's just the best thing to sort of answer your question with, Digar. Does the Aquarius man feel about you? Reason. Okay, the reason that you're wondering about it is that he is reasoning things out. Okay, this guy, Degal, is someone who takes life pretty seriously, and you see, he's seeing it as a long-term thing. I don't think he would just want to have a fling with you, probably with anyone. I feel he's ready for commitment, and that's what's really going on here. This card is number 4 in the Major Arcana. Okay, so we've got the angel number there, so angels are on the case. Positive things are going to be happening because we've got all these spheres pointing upwards, and these spheres, to me, very much represent abundance when I'm reading. So Degal, he's serious about you, maybe too serious, you know, and you're going to have to decide how you feel about that. But he's thinking long term, okay, and he must think a hell of a lot of you, actually, to be reasoning it out on that level. I'm pretty sure of that, actually. Okay, Degal, so I hope that has helped you. I'm now going to come to Erin's son, and I'm just looking for the bit she typed. Da, 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 da. The bit she typed. I didn't say the other thing. Okay. I wonder if he left any messages. Okay. Well, Erin's son, he sort of does leave messages. In other words, he kind of points to things along the way as you're out and about, as you're just going about your daily walk through this life in this world. You see things that remind you of him a bit sometimes, and maybe you don't get how significant that is. But I'm asking him now for a message, and I'm going to use a card for this one, okay? Yeah, thank you, 50 Shades. It's great to see you while I'm live, and it's great to be live as well. This is my favourite way of working, actually, chatting with people, you know, as we sort of go along. It's a brilliant thing to do. But Erin's son, okay. Well, it's not just your dad, okay? He's with lots of people. We've got White Eagle Ancestor Spirit here. And every one of these feathers in White Eagle's headdress, Erin's son, is representing someone in the spirit world who loves you, has love for you, and wants to help you. Now, you might not be aware of this many people on the other side, but we all have ancestors, many hundreds, thousands, in fact, of ancestors in the spirit realm. And they do all look out for us because there's a soul family thing that plays out into the families we have in this life. And to me, White Eagle here is representing your dad with all these people around him, with all this wisdom around him, and he's kind of funneling that wisdom down to you. You fear, I'm sure that you have a fear of pushing yourself forward too quickly, Erin's son. I feel you're being drawn into a situation at the moment that you don't feel you're going to be able to have enough understanding and enough knowledge, or maybe you just feel you're not clever enough to deal with it. But you will be, okay? It's coming in for a reason. And your father and all these wonderful spirit beings who you've got rooting for you on the other side are funneling their knowledge down to you. This card says connect to your lineage, and it also says a family wound or pattern can be healed now. Let me bring that up close. You see that? A family wound or pattern can be healed now. And if you're feeling like not good enough, like you're not going to be intelligent enough to handle whatever's coming towards you, that is a taught thing. You know, a lot of people, for example, just a little example, a lot of people believe that they cannot sing. I used to be a church choir person. I met lots of people who thought they couldn't sing, and when they really tried and when they were encouraged, they could do it. Okay, so that to me is the family pattern that might be wounding you. It can be healed now anyway, most certainly. This is a very purple card, down at the bottom here. And it's also very blue at the top, Erin, son. And I'm sure you feel blue when you think about your dad and his passing. But he's rooting for you, you know. That really is the message here. This kind of shape of White Eagle's hat is headdress, I'm sorry, is funneling all this wisdom down to you all the time. Okay, look out for him in your dreams as well. I'm sure he's around you at night time. I don't know if you have a candle, Erin, son. It's in my candle up on the shelf there. When you have a candle in the room, that gives the spirit guides, the spirit beings, our loved ones, guardians, guide, gatekeepers, all of them. It gives them some energy to draw on, because they're in a non-physical world when they go to the other side. And for them to interact with us, they need some energy, they need some heat, and sometimes they'll come close to your body and you'll feel them. You might even kind of feel a chill in one part of your body, or maybe your whole room, and that's because they're taking the energy to actually communicate with you. Yeah. And Melanie, it looks like White Eagle is communicating with you as well, because when things pop into your head that you haven't thought about for a while, it's not just the brain going nuts, it's the subconscious mind saying, hello, someone here for you. Okay, Erin, son, I'm so sorry your father's no longer with us in this world, but believe me, he's in a wonderful place and he is sending love to you all the time. Absolutely. He's pure light now. He tells me there's a couple of things he could apologize for. It feels like you guys got on very well, is the feeling I get. But if you ever had any sad words, any unhappy words, just don't worry about it now, okay? Once they're on the other side, they see through all that. They really do, and he does. So, Erin, son, I'm giving you that with their love, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you will stick around. Do you like my sort of silver zebra cup thing here? Saw it in the store, and I just had to get it. I just had to get it. And yeah, please do hit the thumbs up button, please. It really helps the video a lot. And do subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my page, ko-fi.com/Andy's Readings, all one word, no apostrophe. There is someone with the same name on coffee who's got an apostrophe. That is not me. He does some other kind of readings, not psychic stuff at all, as far as I know. Anyway, Patty Nungaray, hello. Finally, I'm here. Yes, I'm thinking finally as well, because I've been trying since Tuesday. And yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you very much. And I hope you're doing well as well, Patty. I hope life is treating you well. I really do. Now then, I'm scrolling away here to just see who's been asking for cards and things. You might have to remind me, okay, guys, I never ignore a request for a card, but, you know, sometimes my iPhone just kind of moves on and I don't see whatever's there. Sunny Dell, hi Andy, what do you see for me financially? I'm applying for permanent disability. Thanks. Right, you're in a much better place, Sonny, because of the outcome of the recent election, basically. Okay, on the Liberal side of things, they're going to look after you a lot better. I myself have a disability, which I've had for, this is going to be year 31 in June. It'll be 31 years. And I've always kind of been on permanent disability ever since then. But now we have a Conservative government, which is kind of very similar, actually, to Trump and the Republicans in the way they see things. And what they really do is cut everyone's money and just try and keep it for themselves so they can have champagne parties and stuff, which is most annoying. But you're on the right side of things there, Sonny. And I'm not just being political. Well, I was being political, I admit it. But this is really, you know, what I'm guided and, you know, drawn to actually say to you. Let me pull a card on that one. Okay, Ascended Masters. I think we'll bring the Ascended Masters in. There are angels around for you in this sense as well, Sonny, so don't worry too much about it. Okay, we'll have a shuffle and see what we get. Okay, Work Your Magic, Saint Germain. This is for you, Sonny, about that question about your permanent disability, okay? Basically, there's a lot of healing there for you, okay? But you're going to be able to shapeshift a bit when interviews and that kind of stuff comes up around this. Okay, just think about the Count of Saint Germain here. He's a wonderful ascended master. I would say he was an angel, but that's just not how he describes himself. But he's a great, great healer. He's in charge of the ninth ray of healing, and he is going to be working with you, I'm absolutely sure. Great magic, as we see here. Okay, and learn the violet flame, Sonny, if you don't know it already. Look it up on the internet. I'll be here all night talking about the violet flame. But when you got an interview or something like that to do with that, put the violet flame round it, okay, and it will work out. I very nearly had my disability stopped about 5 years ago, and I put the violet flame round it, and I walked out of the interview, you know, absolutely fine. Somehow they just believed me. It's absolute magic. And I say that to anybody and everybody who's watching. Actually, the Violet Flame is a fantastic, fantastic resource. And it's there for all of us. It really is. It's the ninth ray, the violet ray, the purple kind of thing of healing. Nick Gerse, hello to you. What is the cards thing? Well, basically it's all psychic stuff, you know. We essentially believe that we are able to communicate with the spirit realms and with God and angels, and we use cards to kind of bring it in and make it real for us. I'm not trying to tell you that you've got to believe that, you know, that there's no way I try and push people to believe in this. But if you're interested, do stick around and I'll pull a card for you, my friend. Thanks for looking in anyway, whatever. Okay, love and light to you. Right, where are we going? Okay, let me see. Hi, Jill Clark, by the way. Philip Corrigan, Keepers of the Light. Okay, mate, we will do that. I've got Keepers of the Light here. Carl Gray is ready for action. Let's see what we've got. Right, okay. Let's have a card for Philip Corrigan, please. Philip's actually in UK with us, I believe. I hope I've got that right. Card I've got for you, Philip, Joan of Arc, the voice of truth. Let me show you the card a minute, and then I'm going to have a look. Yes, do use it, Sam. That's exactly what it's for, you know, because everything about the spirit realms, everything about spirituality is there to actually help us. It's pure light, it's pure love, and they will, you know, do the business for you. But you really, really key into it very strongly when you use the violet flame. Look into it. It's incantations is the way to invoke it. There are many different incantations. You can create your own, or you can look them up and see which one appeals to you. Philip, voice of truth, Joan of Arc, stand strong, Philip. Focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Sam, I'll talk about that in a minute, actually. We'll talk a little, because it is chat as well as cards. But I'm just doing this card for Philip. Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Now, you see the sword here. Now, that is representing the very strong power of Joan of Arc. Of course it is, and all the huge amount of bravery that she showed. But it's also about a decision to stand strong, okay? It's a lot like the Ace of Swords, this card. I just can't resist getting into the tarot when I look at these things, okay? We've got white lilies here, which are a symbol of death in the sense of what the death card means. Death of the old ways, birth of the new, something new coming in. But stand strong. It says focus on your purpose as well. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. So, Philip, there's a situation around you, I have no doubt, which is really, that situation is there to push you forward, to move you forward, and to actually bring you into a better place in your life and in the world, you know, and it's actually meant to happen for you. Somebody, or maybe several people, but I feel certainly at least one person is standing in your way, and they think it's for your own good, Philip. They kind of just, you know, they don't tune into what you're doing. But you've got this idea for a reason. You've got this kind of wonderful thing, this wonderful path that you want to be on, you know. Keep walking it, my friend, okay? Releasing the fear of persecution is as easy as just kind of letting it go and keep going, okay? I know fears aren't all that easy to let go, but if you just kind of make the affirmation, in fact, Philip, that you're going to let it go, and then you'll be able to keep moving forward, speak your truth, and eventually the people around you will understand. The ones that are going to be negative will fall away, and you'll have new people who actually understand. And actually, you won't lose all your friends. That's not what I'm saying. But, one or two that really can't hack it will fall away. And, you don't want that negativity around you, mate, anyway. So there it is again, Philip. Thanks so much for joining us. And Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Speak that truth. Throat chakra. I've got a scarf around mine because it's still winter here and it's still a bit chilly. But, speak your truth, mate. That's what it's all about. Okie dokie. Where are we going? Right. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, excuse me a minute. It's always good to keep on drinking water. It's good to drink tea as well, but it makes your teeth yellow. I'm trying to make mine the right colour again. Quick one on the violet flame for Sam. Okay. Well, all I can really tell you is how I use it, because I guess it's different strokes for different folks. But basically, if you close your eyes, ground yourself, pull the old cosmic condom around you. Okay, just so it's that protective bubble, Ask the angels to come around you, ask your guides to come around you, and just visualize a violet burning fire. And if you look it up on the internet, there are lots of representations of it. Very hard to describe, but look at those pictures, visualize that, and it's the violet flame. And it's wonderful. It connects your soul with the spirit realms. It consumes all sorts of fears. It makes things happen. I really was attracted to this woman a long time ago, and there was no chance. But I used the violet flame, and we were together for about 8 months. So maybe I could have made it better. Maybe I didn't do enough or something, but it did actually make it happen, and then it was up to me. Very magical is the violet flame. Philip, my friend, you are very, very welcome. Hello, Suze. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Now then, where are we? I'm going to do a card for Nick Gers, who has joined us tonight. I'm guessing you're new to this, Nick. I'm just, just a wild guess. But, I'll pull you a card and we'll see what happens. And the card I've got for you is, here we go, the Divine Director, Intervention and Purpose. And this is for you, Nick. It says, divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So, Nick, there'll be something going on in your life at the moment. Now, it's very, very easy thing for a psychic to say, because there's something going on in all our lives all the time. That's what life is all about. But really, the thing to do for you, Nick, is look, that's a higher purpose. And what I really mean by that is try and kind of funnel your efforts into things that are going to big you up, that are going to actually raise the vibration for you, make things better for you in a long-term way. Okay, it's really important to live in the moment. We are in the moment for a reason, and it's important to make the best of that. But really try and kind of push yourself towards a situation of long-term happiness. It doesn't happen overnight, but a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, as they say. Okay, and this is significantly what's come up for you here. These cards are what we call ascended masters. They're people who actually live this life and work with us from the spirit realms. This guy is around you. I'm absolutely sure of it. And intervention and purpose. Well, if you are purposeful and decide that you want to be happy, okay, that is the natural balance of the universe. Everyone's always trying to be happy because it's the way God made us. It's, even if you don't believe in God, which is cool. Again, I'm not trying to make you believe anything. It's the way nature made us. It's the way we are. We want to be happy. This world is always telling us, give up on happiness, just get your head down, work for a tiny amount of money, and then just go off and die and leave it for the young people. No, every life has a purpose, okay? You've got every right to be happy in your life, and if you keep pushing for that, then that's where you'll end up, a much, much happier person. Things might not go exactly the way you're hoping and praying for, but you will be in a better place. And give your time to that. Drive yourself in that direction, my friend. Okay, I really, really hope that's helped you. And if this is your first time with any psychic stuff, I really hope I haven't let the side down. I really do. Okay. If I'm not the psychic for you, there are loads of them on YouTube. There are loads of them all over the world. Okay. So I'll give you that with all of our love on the group here and say thanks for looking in. Do stick with us as we continue the psychic chat. Hi, Daisy D. Nice to see you. Philip, you're very welcome. I'm really glad that has meaning for you. Oh, what have I done? Got to be so careful scrolling iPhones. I banned Liz Crafts from chat once just by tapping the wrong thing, which is no good. Yeah, angels around you, Sonny. Yeah, do keep on calling on them. Keep on calling on them because they know all about you and they know all about what's going on. They want to make it good. They really do. Okay. So now I'm going to do a card for Melanie. Melanie Mayo and Radford. I'm going to use the Keepers of the Light again. I usually keep changing decks all the time, but this time it's Keepers of the Light yet again, because that's what I'm being told to pull out for Melanie. And this time it is Kanonos. Took me a long time to understand how to pronounce that word. You're very welcome, Nick. Oh, well, hey, mate, thank you very much. I'm really glad you got something out of that. You're very welcome, and I hope you'll join us again. You know, it's always good to see you. Thanks. Right, Melanie, anyway, yeah, Kanonos, life force, that's what this is all about. And I'm feeling already that you might need a bit of a tonic in your life. You might need some upliftment, you know, and I feel there's something around diet there. I don't mean diet as in lose weight, I mean diet as in healthy eating, which is very, very difficult to do in a world where we're kind of restricted on the exercise we can have and so many things are shut down at the moment. But this card says, express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Good job you're a married lady, Melanie. That's all I can say. But, you know, celebrate that side of yourself, okay? This is very earthy, very naturey kind of a card, this, Melanie. You can see what we've got here. We've got the ram-like horns and the deer-like antlers. Think of those ram-like horns and, you know, keep pushing for what you want. And that's why you need the tonic. That's why you need the upliftment. I don't know if you kind of take vitamin C or anything like that, Melanie, but some more of that is going to help. You know, really, really keep that body and mind in tune. I know you're very, very kind of spiritually healthy in your mind. Make the body come with it. Okay, that's the thing to do. So, Melanie, that is for you. I really hope that does something to help. I really do. And Melanie, NBC or someone like that. But you know, the disease that's going around the world. I got to tell you, try and let go of any fear about that. Okay, keep looking, just look beyond the fear. It's like those magic eye pictures, you know, where it's all a kind of blur of shapes, and if you look for a long time, you see something. Best way to look at them is focus kind of just behind the paper. I used to hold the paper here and look at it, and I used to try and focus on my knee on the other side of the paper, even though I couldn't see it. You know, and then I would see the picture, and that's why you need to do. Just keep on focus on healing, particularly. Okay, but stay focused on whatever it is you're trying to manifest, even though other stuff is in the way. Don't ignore the other stuff, but if you focus on what you're trying to manifest, Melanie, you will actually understand what all the other stuff is about, because everything happens for a reason, and everything that's going on in your life at the moment is driving you along that track, along that path where things make more sense, and Melanie gets to be the real Melanie. The inner name reveals the inner name, which is another thing the violet flame does very well, actually. We've all kind of got this inner name. We've all got this thing that makes us who we are. And the world gives us a different name and tries to make us be someone else. Got to release that, you know, kind of burst out of your shirt like the Incredible Hulk, who turns out to be green. And not necessarily turn out to be green, but turn out to be that inner name, that person that you were meant to be. got to keep striving for it. You really have. I would like to think that's good advice for anyone, actually, but it was particularly aimed at Melanie there. So thanks for looking in, Melanie, and do stay with us as we keep on moving. Da, 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 da. Daisy D, my boyfriend with COVID is doing okay. He said, great, great. Will he upgrade our relationship soon? Well, Daisy, what's already happening is that the relationship has upgraded quite a bit, even though, you know, everything like this has been going on, because it's created an opportunity for you to really show him the compassion that you have. And he already knew you were compassionate because you've helped him a lot. I'm being told you've helped him before and you've helped him in other ways. But he's seen the compassion you have because he's gone through that, you know. And so the relationship really is already upgrading and has already been upgraded quite a bit. And it's one of those things that later on we'll all go to sleep and then we'll wake up to a new day, God willing. We will wake up to a new day. And even though we might not have done anything since we went to bed last night, it'll be a new day and things will be different. And we'll know more than we knew today. Tomorrow. That's just the nature of it, you know. So just by keeping on, Daisy, it's going to make all the difference. But a lot of difference has already been made. Now, he might not come out and say that he wants to upgrade the relationship. You might have to lead him along the path a little bit like that, okay? But he's going to like that idea, okay? He's going to like that idea. And basically, your relationship will upgrade, whoever's upgraded it, okay? I'm glad you're happy about that. Give it a bit of time, okay? But, you know, he's mentally, psychologically, you know, there's a big bond with him and you. And it's grown bigger in recent times because of all that and just because it's meant to be, you know? It's meant to be. Now then, Kasana, hope you're okay. May I have some advice? Can you tell me a little bit about Callum? Ha 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 ha. Okay. Right, for this one, Moonology. Moonology. The Moonology deck is down here and hasn't been used for about half an hour. So, Kasana. Now then, Kasana, by the way, I am actually going to send you a personal reading very soon. It's just reminded me when I've seen you on here tonight. Completely went out of my mind, but I will sort that out. But Callum, right now, just a quickie. Okay, right, well, this is good. I've asked for this card to come up about Callum for you, Kasana. It says prosperity lies ahead, and it's showing new moon in Taurus. Now, the energy of Taurus goes two ways. On the one hand, oh, your Facebook had been hacked. Yeah. Well, I'm afraid I always end up taking my time, Kasana, because I have to wait until, you know, just things psychically fall into place. Because there's a huge amount of energy when we do a live, and there are a lot of people here, and a lot of you guys are spiritual practitioners, and there's a lot of energy behind these lives, which is why I like to do them. For a private reading, I have to sort of just wait till it feels right, maybe sleep on it a couple of times. I will get it back. I'm sure you will. Prosperity are we talking about? But I did ask for this card about Callum, so I'm seeing this as kind of prosperity in terms of just happiness, you know? Happiness in the relationship that there is between you, you know, as much as anything. But new moon in Taurus, right? It's either give it a complete rest or go at it like a bull in a china shop. And it depends how you feel, Kasana. So how do you feel? That's the thing you've got to ask yourself. You don't have to tell me, but you have to ask yourself that. Okay. And it's either going to need a bit of time to calm down, or it's going to need, you know, you're just going to have to push ahead and get something done. And if it's the second one, it's good to do the first one first, you know, give things a bit of a rest. No problem ever in just letting things cool down a little bit, okay? Because everything that's meant to happen does happen in the end. There's no stopping it. Okay, hope that helps you, Kasana, and I will be in touch with you very soon. Okay. Jennifer, yes, you can, my friend. I've just got to scroll up because I know I've missed some here. I'm going to... Zaneb Gohar, will me and Usman reconcile? I'm going to use a pendulum for this. Okay, Zanab Goha. I hope I've said your name right. Now this pendulum does circles for yes and side to side for no. And it's doing circles, so it's a yes. And it doesn't usually do big circles like this straight away. I know it's very hard to believe I'm not doing this myself, but I promise you I'm not. This is just what the pendulum is telling us. It's a yes, it's a big fat yes, it really is, you know, so that's looking very good. So the answer is yes. I feel that Usman is actually away from you at the moment. That's the feeling I get. You know, it's not because he wants to be away from you. It's like something to do with work or something to do with life. It's just, you know, life pulls us in different directions. But it's a yes to that question. Okay, and whatever's making you wonder why is a temporary thing and it'll pass. Yes, he is. So, yeah, and you know, the answer to your question, I'm absolutely sure, is yes. That was very strong from that pendulum there. Thanks for your questions, Anab, and thank you very much for joining us. I hope you'll stick around. Friends, if you haven't already, would you please hit the subscribe button down there, if you wouldn't mind. It makes a massive difference to the channel because YouTube is run by an insane psychopathic robot thing, which we call the algorithm. And it's always trying to knock us off all over the place. And if you hit subscribe, and if you give me a thumbs up, please, for this video too, then it just shows the algorithm, you know, I don't want to watch people kind of mending cars or playing video games. I want to watch this kind of stuff, and it helps the channel, it helps me a lot, and I'm grateful and delighted for all the people who have subscribed. Thank you so much. But it also helps the general psychic movement on YouTube, which is actually very, very big. There are a great many psychics and mediums and spiritual people on YouTube, and the further you big my channel up, the further you kind of show YouTube that that is good. That's something they can kind of put adverts on and make their little bit of money off the ads, and it just keeps them happy and it keeps us flowing, because this is wonderful, particularly with the disease that's going around the world at the moment. All the physical venues, the halls that I usually go and do this in, have been closed. We're coming up to a year, actually. The last time I stood up at a spiritualist meeting and did spiritualist mediumship was the 14th of February last year. It was actually Valentine's Day, which was a Friday, so I guess it's going to be a Thursday this year. And I did actually go to a service 2 weeks after that on the 28th, and that was the last time I went to one. But it's so long since I've done this, and in the days before YouTube, that would have just been it, you know, maybe the odd reading on the phone for people, but I wouldn't be able to reach out to people like this. So, you know, the whole, not just YouTube, but the whole internet thing, Zoom rooms, all the ways we can meet up are helping this. And if you thumbs up the video, if you subscribe to the channel, it just shows that algorithm that that's what it's all about. Okay, friends, so I hope you will do that if you wouldn't mind. So, yeah, thank you, Angelina. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, everyone who thumbs me up. Okay, now I was going to come to Jennifer. He was saying, working with a violet flame will reveal your inner name. Yes, it certainly will. Okay. Jill Clark, may I have a card, please? Yes, you may. And for you, I always ask my spirit guides which deck to use. Another huge deck here. This is Ask an Angel. Ah, Angelita. Yeah, I don't know if I would have survived this year without them either, actually. And, you know, some of them are personal friends that I actually know. And, you know, I went and had Christmas with the lady medium that I work with when I go around the churches. You know, I really do. Okay. So, Jennifer, so I got sidetracked. I will come to you next, Jennifer. But just now, I'm going to, can't remember who it is now. It's typical of me. And this is why I want to use my computer more so I can actually see it. But this one's going to be for Jill Clark. Okay, and I'll be right with you then, Jennifer. Okay, Jill Clark, for you. we have got this one. This comes up a lot, you know, and it's a great card to have in the world. This is for you, and this is the angel is Amatiel, and the message is hope. And just look at all the bright colours here. The lady in this card doesn't look super ecstatically happy. She looks comfortable, but she looks as if she's a bit fed up about something. But she's still surrounded with colours, and that is the thing to focus on, okay? Focus on the colours, focus on the good things life has to offer, because in recent times, things have pulled that away from me. I saw you put hearts and flowers on your post, and I really, you know, that's great. That shows positive thinking. But keep visualizing all that stuff, all that good stuff, all those beautiful colors, those beautiful flowers around you. The colours of the spirit realms are absolutely fantastic because they are the pure colours of light, untainted by this earth. And that's the thing to focus on. But take heart, okay, and hope. All right. Also, I'm having a feeling there may be children in the spirit world around you. I want to tell you that, you know, children who pass to the other side are always fine. Everyone who passes to the other side is, but, you know, things improve for them as soon as they're over there, and they do still grow up, you know. They might show them to ourselves in the psychic sense as still being children, and they, you know, they always have that childlike love about them because that goes with the divine realms as well. But they grow up in spirit, and, you know, they're okay. That's the bottom line. The angel's name, Amatiel. Let me bring that up close. Amatiel. Okay. If you look up that angel, that is going to mean something to you, I am sure. Okay. To Lazul, I will come to you, but right now, Jennifer. Okay. Because I said Jennifer, and then I moved on. I've got a brain like half a tennis ball. I really have. There's just not much going on up there. What we've got? Angel cards again for Jennifer. Okay. Angel card for Jennifer. This one for Jennifer, Archangel Ariel for you. And this is the Earth. Okay, now there's a definite call on you to get yourself as grounded as you possibly can, Jennifer. This is important because when you ground yourself, it lets you see how the oh, someone sent a message and I can't see. Right, just scrub that out the way there. You see this, it's like a halo of light, not exactly a halo, but it's light coming out of her head, coming all around her. We sometimes see that around mediums when they're working, actually. Hi, Salma, by the way. But yeah, this halo is coming because she's like a tree lady. She's so grounded. She's like a tree. If you can get out into nature at all, Jennifer, do, really, and do some meditation out there. I know that's not easy for everybody. You know, it's quite easy for me. I'm very lucky I live deep in the countryside. But wherever you live, okay, visualize those roots going down deep into Mother Earth, because Mother Earth connects very closely with all of everything of the heavens. And this is the craziness of the Christian church, which kind of dismisses everything we're doing here tonight as some kind of evil, because it's the beauty and the wisdom of the divine realms that make this earth what it is. And when you ground yourself, you draw that energy down into the earth. You help the whole world that way by bringing more positivity, more love and light into the world. But as it passes through you, when you ground yourself, it really does you a world of good, and that's going to bring upliftment for you, Jennifer. Do look up Archangel Ariel, though, okay? I'll be here all night if I sort of went into great details. I'd like to be here all night, actually, but as we know, the energy sort of drops after a while. It hasn't dropped yet, though. We're still cooking on gas here. I'm doing great, thanks, Daisy. I've had a very mad week. I've been trying to make things work that wouldn't work. I really tried to fix my car up and make things happen with that, and it went from bad to worse, and I had to scrap the car, and I had to get another one, and I didn't really have enough money to get another one, so I've got this crazy huge amount of money that I've now got to pay off. But I did in the end get another car. I had to walk long distances to get it, but I've got it. It's sitting outside there now. It doesn't start terribly well, but I'm working on it. So I'm pretty good, thanks. I've also been trying to get my laptop to broadcast. Yes, Ariel, Jennifer, that's exactly as you spelled it there. I've been trying to get my laptop to broadcast so I can do these lives from the laptop, because then I can see everyone's comments. They disappear on the iPhone. And I was kind of frustrated tonight because I started off, as I've done a couple of times recently, trying to use my laptop to go live, and it just absolutely wouldn't work and wouldn't do anything. And it did something a bit, but it was buffering. And when it's buffering, the messages don't come across so strongly. So I've been a bit kind of lately, but I'm really great now. Thanks so much for asking, Daisy. And, you know, it does me a lot of good to talk to you guys and to be on here. This is always a great time in my week. And I'm going to try and do this 3 times a week, okay? I was here Sunday. I tried on Tuesday and again on Wednesday, and I couldn't get a link to the internet. But we're here tonight. I'll do another one on the weekend. I'm aiming for 3 lives a week and 1 or 2 uploads as well, because the uploads are fun. And actually, guys, if there's a subject you'd like me to make a video about, do pop it in the comments, you know, and I'll see what I can do. Always glad to do that, you know. Yeah, thanks, Daisy. Appreciate that, I really do. Mercury in retrograde, yes. Yes, absolutely. I didn't mention Mercury retrograde there, but it was in the pre-shadow to Mercury retrograde starting that the pre-shadow to my car dying happened. That's when it all built up. And me and cars, this often happens just before a Mercury retrograde. And I found out I'd got this new old car. I found out it was mine and I could definitely have it the day before Mercury went retrograde. So it's in keeping with the energy, most certainly. Angelita, what is it that I am to accomplish with this live? Right, okay. It's some kind of feeding. I don't know if we're actually talking about food, Angelita, but there's something in your psyche that feeds people around you in a very positive way. And I'm aware that sometimes you have to kind of put up a wall because there's so many people would like to benefit from your energy, in other words, doing that. The main thing that we've all got to achieve in life is we've just got to live through it. We never know exactly why, okay? But everything happens for a reason, and we all incarnate for a reason. So, yes, I do mediumship, G. Yes, I do. But yeah, just with Angelita, you've accomplished 70 plus years worth. And as long as you live, you'll keep on accomplishing it, okay? The soul is like a diamond with lots of different facets on it, like a proper cut diamond, you know? And every incarnation is a facet of that diamond. So everything you're doing in this life, and I'll come back to it again, you know, you're someone who feeds something good feeds out of you into the world. And that's really what you're here for, you know? And in a way, that's what we're all here for. But that then also feeds back into the diamond, you know. And the next incarnation you have will be another facet of the diamond, you know. And this ties in with mediumship as well, actually. If you've loved and lost someone and they reincarnate, the bit you remember will still be there, most definitely. Okay, hope that helps you, Angelita. I'm going to move along and I'm going to come to Lazul. Remember my question regarding... Lucky's intentions, honourable, possibility of doing music together. Right, I'm going to go in with the pendulum for this one as well. Okay, now I've seen a tick, meaning like, yes, that's right, you know, like ticking a box there. So yes, intentions are certainly honourable. Intentions are certainly honourable. Music... The pendulum is hesitant. It's doing a small circle. So that's yes to the music, but it's going to take time. Okay, it's going to take time. Hope that helps you. That's kind of all I've got about that. Let me see. I'm seeing stringed instruments as being significant in it, and someone sings. Yeah, I don't know if there's more to it than that, but that's what I'm actually being shown: stringed instruments and someone singing. So, Thu, I really hope that has helped you. I really do. Saturn square Uranus also, limitations in our freedom will help us grow. Yes, Jennifer, and that is what the astrology of January in particular has been about. And a lot of Mercury retrograde that we're in at the moment is about that as well. Yes, helpful. I'm really glad that helped you. And thank you for your question. Thanks for coming on. Great to have your energy with us tonight. So explain. Sailor Moon Crystal. Oh, yeah, Sailor Moon. Yeah, how each incarnation. Yes. I like Sailor Moon. I really do. Yeah, my daughter's turned me onto it. I still occasionally watch it because it's such a great inspiration. It really is. And her personality changes as life goes on too. Right. Spirit can tell you what it's... right, everyone's gifts. And if so, do I know yours? Daisy D. Well, I'm being told you're a healer, Daisy. And that, just about every form of spiritual work involves healing. So I don't know if I've hit the spot head on there. But essentially, you're bringing a lot of healing to the world. A lot. Really a lot. Now, if that's not part of yourself that you've developed yet, do please keep on going down that road. We obviously can't do much in the way of hands-on healing at the moment because of what's happening in the world, but that's going to lift, and the time will come when we can actually get back to doing that hands-on healing. Nothing to worry about there, really. But in the meantime, Daisy, kind of, build up as much energy as you can, because one aspect of the world being like it is at the moment is like putting a cloth over a crystal ball. It allows the energy to build up, and it's the affirmation with a cloth that we want the energy to build up. And it's like this big magical cloth has been thrown over the whole world, and it's just kind of... It's calmed things down a lot. It's slowed things down, and it's been frustrating. But there's kind of no choice but to kind of be calm, be still, be gentle, and allow that energy to build up. So I see you very strongly, Daisy, going on a healing path. And if that's not where you're at now, that really is what Spirit are telling me. That's the way for you to go, Okay. Really hope that helps, Daisy. Focus that way. Look up the violet flame as well, Daisy. That'd be a good one for you. It's a good one for everyone. Okay. Now then, Salma, if Spirit has a short message to deliver to me through downbreed. No? Okay. For you, it's the Syrian Starseed Tarot. Okay. G, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm going to come to you, G, okay? I'm going to come to you, G, most certainly. Hello, Gutsy. Nice to see you on here. I'm really glad you joined us tonight. But right now, I'm doing a card for Salma, and this is a short message indeed, actually. It is... Come here. The Great Wheel, and this is essentially the Wheel of Fortune from the Major Arcana. Okay, Salma. Now, I remember from conversations we've had that life is moving along quite slowly for you at the moment, in your country, particularly because of the sanctions and everything. But the wheel is still turning, that's the message. It is a short message, I guess. But this card is showing not just the wheel turning, we've got all these atoms flying around. It's like a scientific thing. And so it's deep soul level change going on with you, Salma, that is bringing about physical change. So the spiritual work you're doing is going to change your life. And even though it might feel slow and things can't really move, something's moving within you. Something's moving within all of us, Salma. Okay? Short and sweet. I truly hope that helped you, Salma. And thanks again for all your support. Salma is great. She kind of joins in with the comments and stuff. Speaking of comments, right, at the end of this video, I press this button to end it, and it's available on YouTube pretty much straight away. But for some reason, the live chat replay doesn't appear until about 12 hours later. So if you want to go back over the chat, that will certainly be there tomorrow. But you can leave a comment anytime. So leave me a comment, and that way, friends, we will share the journey. Yeah, look for me on Weds. Yeah, I was trying to get on, actually. Yeah, yesterday. Got to say, I was really trying. I live deep in the countryside, which is a wonderful blessing. But as I've sometimes mentioned before, and I try not to go on about it too much, but the internet connection here is going out to the world through a phone line, which is a copper wire. It's not even fiber optic, and it's been here since 1960. That's the year it was put in. So then it's got to travel 8 miles through the copper wire to get to the exchange, and then it's got to go from Wales to England and England to Europe, and eventually it finds its way to the big servers, and we can actually get out there and do this. But sometimes it just can't get on. I am blessed, though, that, you know, I seem to be able to go on at least once a week. This is the second time this week. Got to see, I'm trying to do 3 of these lives a week, okay? Because this is where we reach people, you know. This is how it works. Kasana, yeah, copper is amazing. I prefer it to fiber optic, cosmically speaking. I would just like to get a faster connection with the internet. I really would. Manifesting thicker, fuller hair. Excuse me, manifesting thicker, fuller hair. Yeah, there you go. They are going to be physical, most certainly. Great. I will be there for you. Thanks. I'll try and be there for you too as well. I'm starting my YouTube channel. Need help like you did years ago. Should I do divination or corporate work to move it faster to 1,000? Follow your heart, Gutsy. Really, really do, okay? It's taken me a long time to build this up, but do try and stick with one thing as soon as you're sure of the, you know, which way to go. Because out of the 1,000 subscribers I needed to be able to go live like I am now from my mobile phone, there's 200 or 300 of them that I built up when I was doing other things, you know. So what is your one thing? Divination is better for you than corporate, Gutsy. I'll say that, okay? But that's speaking spiritually, and we've got to kind of work through the craziness of the internet. I'll pull a card for you, okay? I will pull a card for you. But I'm going to say I've been doing kind of divination for myself all the way through the years since 2007 when I joined YouTube, coming up to 14 years. And these things happen when they're meant to, you know? And I was meant to have a small channel for a long, long time, because that way I was reaching the small number of people that Spirit particularly wanted me to reach, okay? And that's why I'm kind of hesitant to just kind of go in with a spiritual answer to this one, okay? But what we've got here, okay, 2 cards for you for Gutsy Guru. First one, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries, so keep it going, okay? And you're saying you're about to start. Well, that's great. This is showing that it is a good time for you to start. Most certainly. Use your body. Anything will work as a pendulum, and yes, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Second card for you, Gutsy Guru. This one, full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. Really. Okay, you are good enough. Now, you seem like a confident person to me, and I don't mean to suggest that you're lacking confidence in any way, but just use all that confidence, okay? Use all of it that you've got. And when you're making your videos, be as confident as you can be. That's a tricky one, you know. Sometimes I've made videos when I had a bad day, and you can hardly understand what I'm saying because I want to make a good video, but I'm exhausted. It's kind of just, it's better just throw your voice out there and try and make it work, you know. Always think positive about it. Okay, I really hope that helps you, Gutsy Guru, but there were 2 positive cards there for you, most certainly. Yeah, I would agree with that, Philip. Yeah, do your own readings. Yeah, an oracle are great to start with. Yes, that is really true. That is really true. Great. Me too, Gutsy, me too. I discovered your channel. Oh, yeah, right. Doreen Virtue. That's what set me up. That's what made me finally decide that the thing to do for me was psychic work and spiritual work in my videos. Because at that time, the most views I'd ever got on a video was about 50. And that Doreen Virtue one got 1,500, just like that. And I thought, that's what I need to be talking about. That's what I need to be talking about. So I did. Yeah, it is going to be awesome, Kasana. It is going to be awesome. I can feel it in my bones. Let me know what your channel is as well, Gutsy Guru. I will watch it. I do look tired, don't I? But don't worry about that. I've got a bit of life in me yet. I'm going to keep on going a bit further. Okay, Debbie Fitzsimmons, what does Spirit want me to know? Okay, Moonology for you as well, Debbie. Thank you very much for being with me. And Debbie, thank you so much for coming on to this second video. It's kind of frustrating when you come on and then the video ends and, you know, you stuck with me and we started again. Right, for you, where are we again? It helps me get the link with my guides if I look at the thing you've actually typed. So, Debbie Fitzsimmons, what does Spirit want me to know? This one, full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. I'll just turn it around and look there. Okay, so it's a Gemini card, so things are pulling in more than one direction. Your energy is definitely being pulled in 2 directions, but you can handle it. Okay, and it's a full moon that's indicated in this card as well. Well, the moon's waning at the moment, but these are oracle cards. They're something different, you know. Think about that full moon, Debbie Fitzsimmons. Okay, things are kind of. The energy is big around you at the moment, okay? So even though you're pulled in more than one direction, you have actually got the energy to do what you need to do. The answers you need are coming, most certainly. Okay, let me see if I can keep the answers coming as well. April Evans, not sure if I should start doing readings or not. Please help. Okay, well, April, you were telling me in the comments the other day to the last video. I can't remember what it was about now. Oh, yeah, it was the Spirit Guides Part 4 video. And you were saying you bought a card deck. Right. Now, when you buy a card deck, and this is very true for you, April, it's true for everyone, but it's true for you. When you buy a card deck, you think you're just interested, so you'll buy a deck and have a look at it. But what's actually happening is your spirit guides are kicking in because you actually do have the ability to do readings. Okay, now that ability is going to take time to come through and to become really kind of real and powerful, but you do have the ability to do readings. Okay, so don't worry about whether you should or not. Okay, that word should is a difficult one, and it ties us down to our kind of worldly energies, our, you know, all the physical things that drag us down in the world. April, go for it. Okay, you'll know when you're really happy to go for it and start doing them publicly. But as someone said a little earlier, do them on yourself first. Okay, as Philip said, in fact, you know, oracle cards are great for that. But whatever deck you actually bought, you were drawn to that deck for a reason, April, and you'll look back one day and you laugh at the idea that it was your decision. You really will, okay? Because they're kind of they're pulling you in now to their sphere of intrigue, and you'll be giving messages, and I look forward to that day. I really do. Rosa Daniels, hello to you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Really great to see you, Rosa. Do my angels have anything to say to me today? Let's find out with the angel cards. Okay. Alchemy, Archangel Uriel. You're welcome, by the way. Very welcome, April. Yeah, Archangel Uriel, Alchemy. So, you're being tested in the fire, okay? Let me just scroll up again. Rosa, yes, you're being tested in the fire. That's what they're saying to you today. So they acknowledge that life is kind of quite hard for you, really. I don't know whether that's physically hard or spiritually hard or just so much going on in your mind, okay? But you can turn that fire into something good, because with all this going on, there's a lot of energy around for you, Rosa. So make the most of that energy, okay? And you really will be able to fly. Spiritually, and maybe fly in this world, not physically fly, but you know, like they say about a high flyer, that kind of thing. Things will really take off for you. Just, you know, whatever's frustrating, whatever's difficult, everything happens for a reason. So take the heat of the moment, turn it into energy, give it to the angels, actually. If it's trouble, if it's difficult, give it to the angels, and they will send it back to you as proper spiritual power that you can use in the physical world and actually get where you want to be. And the archangel there is Uriel. So look at that archangel, okay, Rosa? That's where it's at. That's where it's at. Okay. Yes, Sam, yes, our spirit guides help us choose a deck. I'm convinced of that, yeah. There's an old tradition in the tarot that you shouldn't buy your own tarot cards. You should be given the tarot cards by someone else who's been using them for a lifetime. There's a lot of truth in that, you know, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with being guided to go out and buy a deck. That's how I got my first deck, and you know, the magic works, the magic flows. And in this day and age where people are doing internet readings and they might be doing 100 readings a week, a tarot deck wouldn't actually last long enough to be passed on to anyone. It'd be so knackered. It wouldn't, it just, you know, you'd have to buy a new one anyway. So don't worry about that. It is a true thing, and no disrespect to anyone who believes that. But friends, if you want to buy a deck, that's, you know, that's spirit drawing you to do it. Okay? Yes. Yes, I could, Sam. Yeah, I could. None of you has ever sent me a reading that I couldn't relate to, and I'm only sorry if I don't reply for some reason. I do read everything, I really do. But I've had a stroke. This whole side of I'm not even sure which side, but half my brain is frozen. It's atrophied. It's essentially dead. And I'm terribly forgetful. But I do read everything, you know. It's easy for me to find the comments, find the chat, find messages and emails, and I really do read everything. And not one of you has ever sent me a reading that wasn't, you know, pretty good. I'll say that, and it's a blessing to get those readings for you. And if anyone wants to practice, please go ahead, send me a reading. I really appreciate it, because it's good guidance for me. It really is. Kasana, I got given the Divine Feminine and the Daily Guidance from your Angels Oracle card deck. They are lush, actually, yeah. They really are. I don't have the Divine Feminine, but I'd like it. They really are. But yeah, Daily Guidance from your Angels is a fantastic one. You got your mum's tarot cards. Bought the Oracle of Seven Energies. What to do with them, though I feel blocked, but not at the same time. Well, this happens, Kasana. I think I've got something like 14 tarot decks at the moment. I only use one or two of them at a time, but every now and again I'm drawn to pull out one of those decks and use them. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, I've got 7 oracle decks, a chakra deck, and a tarot deck here, and I've got piles more decks on the shelf. The time comes, you know, the energy comes in, the time comes, and that's when it happens, Kasana. You're just crazy. Well, yeah. Like an old song from when I was young, we're all crazy. There's a Slade song, Mama, we're all crazy now. And it is absolutely awesome. But crazy, you know, it's not a bad state of being. It's not like a mental illness. It's, you know, be happy, be crazy. That's the way it is, you know, and that's the way it needs to be. Light and blessings on you too, Erin, and on everyone who's here tonight. Thank you so much all for being with us. Okay. Now, Suze, and is there a message for me, please? Much appreciated. I feel that there is. And I feel that we need to go into the chakra cards for this message, Suze. Okay. We've got... Right, Suze, the message is forgiveness. Okay. Now, you might feel that you need to forgive someone, but I also feel that someone needs to forgive you, Suze. Okay, and that's not because you've actually done anything wrong, but people get stuff in their heads and they've got to forgive you in their heads before they move on and realize that there was nothing to forgive. That's the nature of this one, okay? This is lower heart chakra, it's green energy, and green is very, very healing. Okay, so a situation needs to heal, Suze, but you're just going to have to wait for that person to come into balance over it, okay? Because there is nothing to forgive you for. You haven't done anything that needs forgiveness, but someone thinks you do, and they will, right? They'll find it in their heart, and then they'll realize that they were in the wrong all the time, okay? So don't worry about it. See how unhappy this lady looks here, Suze. I'm sorry to say, maybe you feel that way. Yeah, yes, very true. But it will heal, okay? Because I'm especially sure it will heal. I've been told it will heal. But I'm especially sure it'll heal because if you asked if there was a message for you, and this is what came up. So the angels know about it, the higher realms know about it. And another great thing that you could do to help with that, Suze, is in your meditation, I don't know if you meditate. If you don't meditate, start, folks. It's great. That's true for everyone. And in your meditation, Suze, just visualize your heart chakra. And I'm afraid we're on Doreen Virtue here because I learned it from one of her meditations. See, your heart chakra has a beautiful shining green ball glowing with love. Okay, that's a bad accent, but that's the way Doreen used to say it. And she had it right, okay? I'm not a Doreen Virtue fan, but she was carrying good energy there. So Suze, visualize it as a glowing green, emerald green lower heart chakra, and that will help you manifest a better situation all around. Hope that helps you, Suze. Gonna keep moving on now. Okay. Okay. Let's go to Deb 2021. Yeah, Sam, Doreen Virtue. Yeah, quite. Tears of laughter. I've got a deck here, actually. This deck is very, very powerful. And she was in the zone, you know. Her meditations were absolutely great, you know. But that knowledge, somehow this world got the better of her and she moved on to whatever she moved on to. I wish her well. I just wish she wouldn't go around saying the rest of us are all evil because we're still doing what she taught us to do when she was in the zone. Yeah, I still use a lot of her meditations, Lady G. Yeah, that is spiritual knowledge that was spoken by Doreen. Even though Doreen's moved on, that knowledge holds good. That knowledge is still true. Anyway, I am going to do a card for someone. Deb 2021. I'm going to use this, right? This deck is by Doreen Virtue's ex-husband, Stephen Farmer. And it's pretty magical deck. Deb, the card I've got for you is this one, Roadrunner. And I feel that you are actually having to run around quite a lot. I feel life is at quite a busy, hectic sort of pace for you, particularly in a way that's trying to kind of... See, that's a very true thing, actually. Another interesting thing, right? To get your YouTube channel monetized, you need 100,000 views, 1,000 subscribers, and you need a certain number of minutes every year. And when you divide that number of minutes up, it comes to 20,000 minutes a month. And when you divide that by 30 days of the month, you need 666 minutes a day to monetize. Food for thought. So I always ground and protect myself before I get into any of that. Anyway, sorry, I have digressed mightily. This is for... Oh, what am I like? I've lost it. Deb 2021, there we go. Roadrunner, this is the card for you, Deb 2021. Keep your sense of humour and don't take things so seriously. Okay, I feel your energy's being pulled all over the place here, actually, Deb. I feel things feel quite unstable for you. But actually, all that running around you've been doing is appreciated. Even if it's not fully appreciated in this world, and someone appreciates it in this world, it is very much appreciated. It is very much felt and appreciated in the spirit world. I'm getting very hyper. So yeah, Deb 2021. That is a very simple message on this card. Keep your sense of humour and don't take things so seriously. Sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes it's a case of, you either laugh or you cry, and it's much better to laugh. Just try and see things as positive as you possibly can. Okay, Deb. This situation will pass. Things are happening so fast at the moment that if anybody tried to keep the pace up, they'd have a heart attack. Things will slow down. They really will. But at the moment, keep going and try and keep your sense of humour about you as strongly as you possibly can. Let me see. I've been a classical organist, and I used to do that. In fact, in the end, I put that on another channel. It's called Organist of Llandysul, which is a difficult word to spell, Llandysul. And there are some videos there of me playing a little old church organ that I've got downstairs. I did woodwork, I did car repairs, I've done all sorts of things. Chickens. At one time, this channel was called Andy's Chickens, because I keep chickens, and it was all about the chickens. But before I got the 1,000 subscribers, right? I see, right. So I've always been an internet medium, Gutsy Guru. I came into it, I had this girlfriend who was a medium, and I was fascinated. And then she ditched me. She just cut me off, dumped me. And I decided I wanted to keep following it up. So I went on a website, and so I worked on that website doing readings, and then that website closed down, and I went on to Facebook typing in readings, And at the same time, I was going to spiritualist churches, and, I got on the circuit, and I've been all over the country since doing that. But my first training was to work on the internet. So the YouTube spiritual stuff was what I naturally got into, and it just always felt right and worked right. And you see, you don't have to have 1,000 subscribers, Gutsy, to go live from a computer. It's just that my internet connection is so bad here that I can only go live through my iPhone. I've tried everything, but I can only go live through my iPhone because there's something about Apple devices, they just take over and make it work. I guess that's why they're so expensive. And I would love to get off the Apple treadmill, I really would. But I can see I'm going to have to keep buying iPhones, which annoys me. But yeah, Gutsy, you can go live from your laptop, from from a tower computer if it's got a camera and a microphone. In your YouTube, right? If you click click your channel logo, which might be a letter or whatever picture you've got for your channel. It's a little disc. It's like your Google picture, It's a little round circle at the top right-hand corner of your screen. If you click on that, you get a menu down and it says YouTube Studio. Click on YouTube Studio, and then where it says Create, hit Create, and then a drop-down menu comes and you can go live, and you can go live from a laptop. It's a good way to start, but I had to get the 1,000 subs before I could do it. About 3 years ago, you only needed 100 subs, and I started doing them live every Sunday night from my iPhone, actually, because you only needed 100 subs to do it from an iPhone then. And I built it. It was a bit like this. Loads of people were coming on. It was great fun. Lots of love, lots of light, lots of energy. And Then one day I got a notification from YouTube saying, sorry, you know, you need to have 1,000 subscribers to do that now. And it took me about 2.5 years to build up the 1,000 subscribers. But I got there, and so will you, Guru. You will, because you are a guru, right? You've got it in you. And the internet is a way of bringing it out for you. Don't worry about any of the stuff people say about, oh, it's the internet, there's too much EMF and stuff. If you're meant to be an internet guru, a medium, psychic, whatever, if spirit want you to work through the internet, you can do it. No problem. People sometimes wonder how I can do it with people's chat comments coming up and down all the time. It's just not a problem, honestly. If you were meant to work in spiritualist churches or something like that only, then that would be the only way it would really work for you. But you've got that internet vibe going, Gutsy Guru. And you've got a good name as well. Got a really good channel name there, you know, because it's distinctive, you know. So just keep it up, mate, okay? Keep it up, that's the thing to do. And, you know, if you want to go live, just try it out, okay? You only need 1,000 subs if you want to use a phone. I don't know why they did that. I guess it's because the ingest server is getting so much stuff coming through. I guess they wanted to limit it a bit, you know? Okay, Sam. Andy, my dad passed away 3 weeks ago. I've been a very spiritual person all my life. Suddenly you've become frightened of ghosts. Well, that's a tricky one, Sam, but you see, when someone physically dies, it activates all kinds of dark thoughts, because when we were children and we first learned about death, that was such a dark thing. I remember when my mum passed away, I was 23, it's a long time ago now. And prior to her passing, she would drive me to school every day when I was young. And we would always drive past this undertaker's. And I would always feel sorry for the people I could see through the window. Because whoever they were, you know, someone had died and there were always people crying in there. And I felt so sorry. And when my mum passed, it activated all those thoughts around me, you know. And it did take me some time to get over that. But it bigs up the dark side of all this. And when you eventually, with time, basically, Sam, with time, that'll pass, and you'll realise that actually your dad is pure love and pure light and would never do anything to hurt you. That's the thing. Even people we don't have a real great relationship with in this life, once they actually pass over, their energy is absolutely transformed and they are pure spiritual light. That's all they are. They have no physical energy. They have no physical ailments. They're not angry about anything. They don't want to get even for anything. Sometimes they want to help you to get even. Yeah, sometimes, and they will help you no end to get even in life, you know. But yeah, a hug from Salma and a big hug from me to you, Sam, because I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. That's you know, that's a very hard thing to go through. But I mean, I had a terrible relationship with my dad. He had a condition that made him very angry all the time. And to be honest, I won't lie to you, I didn't even go to his funeral. The night of his funeral, the night before his funeral, I decided that I wasn't going to go. And while his funeral was on, I went to a pub, like a bar, and played my guitar in front of people in this bar instead. And I sort of feel a bit bad about that sometimes. But he's come back to me through mediums since, and he's come into my dreams. And he's reminded me of a few little very, very happy, very loving memories that I have of him when I was a small child before the anger really kicked in with him. And we have a really nice, happy, loving relationship now. But when he first passed away, to be honest, I was glad he's gone. I was glad he had gone. And I feel pretty bad saying that sometimes, but that's the truth. A healing process starts. I get the feeling it was good with you and your dad, actually, but believe me, he won't do anything to hurt you. And Sam, something else to think about. We all have a gatekeeper. And this is for everyone who does spiritual work, because there are dark forces out there. I'm afraid it's a fact of spiritual life. Ground yourself, protect yourself, visualize a protective bubble coming down around you all the way down to the ground, and then your feet have roots coming out, going right down into the earth's core and holding on tight. I think of this protective bubble as the cosmic condom. All right, so a friend of mine called it that years ago, and I can't get rid of that image. So put the cosmic condom on, and we've all got a gatekeeper. Yeah, even if you don't know who that gatekeeper is, even if you don't feel you can connect with them, ask your gatekeeper. Just have that intention in meditation. Say, please, I call upon my gatekeeper that everyone who comes to me comes in love and light and nothing else. You know, because the people who need to communicate with us, the people we need to connect with, will always, always come in love and light. And with his loss, you left yourself open. Very easy to do that, Sam. I know how that feels. I really do, you know. Anyway, guys, on that note, my voice is going. I can hear it cracking away now. I'm going to try and come back with another live over the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, something like that. And I'll get an upload on there as well, and we'll talk some more about spirit guides, because that seems to be the thing of the moment. But thank you so much for joining me, all of you. Philip's saying, Gutsy Guru, I will watch your channel. We are all family. Yes, absolutely, Philip, I agree. And I'm going to watch your channel too, Gutsy Guru. I really am. And I'm glad you said that, Philip, because just before I came on, I was listening to the radio in the kitchen, and Sister Sledge were on singing We Are Family. So yes, we are. We are all, you know, and that is such a true thing. All of us spiritual people as a family bond. There really is, you know. So guys, thank you so much. It's been another real fun session, and I'm so sorry that, you know, I can't go on longer because I would like to keep this going. But I'll recharge my batteries and I'll be here again very soon. Great to see you, Crystal, Sam, all of you, Daisy, Gutsy Guru. If I try and name anyone, it's hopeless. I'll just forget people. But, you know, I absolutely love you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Hope you have a fab time. And I'm just going to pull one card for absolutely everyone who's still here, who's made it through. Okay, Archangel Israfel, music. And because this is for everyone, I can't give you a definite interpretation on this, but listen to the music of life, listen to the music of universe. I was just drawn to talk about Sister Sledge, which is like the music of my youth in the 70s. I so remember that disco movement. And the happiness, you know, music brings happiness. Even sad music sort of wrings the sadness out of you and leaves you a bit uplifted. So music, that's the name of the game, okay? That's like the message of the day, the card of the day, or the card of the night, depending where you are. Kasana's very near me in West Wales, so it's the music of the night for you, Cariad. But for everyone who's in the day, it's the card of the day, and it's music. And look up Archangel Israfel. Okay, I'm sure he's got something to tell you. I'm sure it's something very, very positive. You channel through music, Sam, great. My chakra card deck is this one. Gutsy Guru, it is chakra reading cards. Don't worry about guidebooks because I'm holding up the guidebook. Chakra reading cards by Rachel Sharman. I got them on Amazon. They weren't a hell of a lot of money either, actually. They were a pretty reasonable price. And they come in this box, you know, which has a nice magnetic sort of hinge thing on it. So it just snaps shut and the cards don't spill out. It's a great deck. Chakra reading cards. And it says ancient wisdom to balance and heal, which, of course, is what it's all about. Okie dokie. Well, I was saying goodbye and I've started talking some more. But Erin, son, everybody, you know, thank you so much for being here with me tonight. Look out for the video on YouTube if you want to rewatch it. It will have the live chat replay tomorrow. If you'd like to buy me a coffee or the channel a coffee, or if you'd just like to look at pictures from around my house, there's some snow pictures, there's cats, there's chickens, it's all there. Visit my page, ko-fi/Andy's Readings, all one word, no apostrophe. Okay. Yes, Gutsy, I do private readings. And if anybody would like one of those, it's 35and83@gmail.com. That is actually that email, and the coffee page and my Facebook and Instagram links and Reddit and Twitter links are all down below all my uploaded videos. They're not underneath the lives because I don't get to put a description on those. But check out any one of my other videos, and in the description at the bottom it gives you all those links. And if you actually want a private reading, I'm afraid it costs a little bit of money, but it's how I make my living, you know. But do get in touch and I'll do my very best for you. Okay, guys. And yeah, that's a good plan. It is actually in my descriptions under the videos, but I should put it in the channel description. That'd be a good thing to do. I will look into that. Meanwhile, coffee page 35and83@gmail.com. Links to all good things below my other videos. Be good to each other, guys. Thank you so much for your company tonight. I've had great fun. I hope you have too. Love, light, blessings. See you next time, and peace.